pit with Andy Fusco.
I'm here in the Horton pit with Glennie Smith, one of the crew members. Glennie, your team's had nothing but bad luck for the last decade and a half here at Syracuse. Can you hang on for the last 10 laps?
Well, we're just praying and hoping that we can make it. It's been a long time due, and if it's up to our luck, we just hope we can make it. Everybody got their fingers crossed.
What does Jimmy have to say about track conditions and about the car?
Everything's perfect with the cars. There's a couple little holes in the track, but we're just trying to hang on right now.
It's going to be a surprising finish if someone other than Jimmy Horton wins this race, but it's been a surprising Miller 300 already.
Horton is running right on the ragged edge. He is running very, very fast.
To give you a little more of a feel, Horton leads by about half a lap over Charlie Rudolph. When he comes around to accept the green flag, there will be 8 laps remaining in this event.
Clock ticking away now for Jimmy Horton. Horton has never won this event. Fourth was the best he had ever done until now. This is an Olson car with a Tony Cloud big block engine under the hood. The old body style. An interesting nose piece to help him get through the corners. Horton does most of the work on this car himself.
18-second advantage separating Jimmy Horton and Rudolph. And here is a look at it. You see Horton just going out of your picture now, and it's going to be a while before you see Charlie Rudolph.
You know, Doug, we talked earlier in the broadcast about what gets said when Horton gets home, and it's been a tough day at the racetrack. I wonder what the party will be like tonight when Jimmy Horton gets home and sees everybody. Certainly his father-in-law, George Smith, will be there to greet him if he wins this race at Victory Lane. As we watch Charlie Rudolph still working lap traffic. He is running out of time. This race winding to a conclusion. Charlie Rudolph running in second spot. Not much of an opportunity right now to be able to catch this man, Jimmy Horton, who leads.
In 1975, Jimmy Horton raced in his first Miller American event here and finished 50th.
You can't do any worse than that. You know, really, Doug, if you look at his finishes, 50th, 4th, 28th, 23rd, 39th, 31st, 28th, that tells you just how Syracuse has gone for Jimmy Horton until this day. Will he be able to hold on and finally win at Syracuse?
5 laps to go, and you can go further on that. Last year he finished 49.
Out of 50, not too very good. He will not finish that far back no matter what now because of all the cars that have dropped out. No matter, Horton has his eyes on one spot and one spot only. 18 cars running on the racetrack now.
Out of turn 4, and now there are 4 laps remaining. And over the final 4 laps, I'm sure he's going to be hearing all kinds of things as he circuits this racetrack. Horton running smoothly. A whopping lead over Charlie Rudolph in second place. 2-time winner Jack Johnson back into the pits with a right rear flat. Our race leader continues to be Jimmy Horton.
This is Jack Johnson you're looking at. He was the car that was in your screen behind Horton for so many laps.
3 laps remaining now for your race leader, Jimmy Horton.
Racetrack has now gotten dark, not because of clouds. The sun has set at Syracuse.
Boy, you never would have thought it when you first woke this morning. You saw a little bit of snow in the air.
Yeah, I did, and I'm watching more and more cars come in with flat right rear tires. Billy Pouch has just come in with a flat right rear tire. And remember, Horton changed his tires last on lap 88. Will they be able to stay up there for the final 2 laps of this event? We are about to find out.
Down the back straightaway, Jimmy Horton, your race leader, and he's got a huge advantage over Charlie Rudolph, who is in second place. A little more than 1 lap to go as Horton swings out of turn 4 and onto the front straightaway. Has to dice with some traffic, and the white flag is out. 1 lap remaining for Jimmy Horton. And basically all he has to do is just keep it on the track and moving.
Doug, I can't believe he's dicing with these lap cars, but Horton is right in the middle of it. He is going to pass another one of the lap cars. Down the back stretch he goes, headed for checkered flag, headed for victory lane here at Syracuse for the first time.
Jimmy Horton through 3, still smoothly running in turn 4, and now he accepts the plaudits of the huge grandstand, the checkered flag, and the winner of the Miller American 300, Jimmy Horton. Charlie Rudolph was running second on the course. We're looking to pick him up. In third place was Doug Hoffman. And in fourth, we had C.D. Coville. Those are unofficial standings. Just now, Charlie Rudolph passes past the starter's tower.
In the infield, it almost looks as if there's a brawl going on. It's not a brawl at all. It's all of Horton's crew members jumping on each other, patting each other on the back. So far, nobody's been able to talk to Horton. He heads for the infield. He's going to run the car over the scales even before going into victory lane. There is a minimum weight rule here. He must pass that minimum weight rule. He cannot be too light or he will not win. Horton now heading for the scales. The officials of DIRT carefully putting the car on top of the scales to be sure it's okay. Yeah, they pat him on the back. He's all right.
What a run for Jimmy Horton and his first Miller American Championship. And indeed, his 13th start here in Syracuse was the lucky one.
There's Charlie Rudolph, your second place finisher. What a surprising finish. No one has ever won this race before that was a lap down, and perhaps Horton may not have been able to accomplish it had the distance been as it had been in the past. Charlie Rudolph now also showing up at the scales. Look at the crowd. Everybody's still in their seats, standing in front of their seats. No one is sitting down. Look at the crowd here at Syracuse.
Meanwhile, victorious and very, very happy, Jimmy Horton gets out of his car and will go down to victory lane.
We got it, everybody! Come on! We want Jimmy Horton, ladies and gentlemen! The winner of the Jimmy Horton! Jim, I'm telling you. I knew he'd do it. Jimmy, real quick, your first thoughts on the win in the Miller American 300?
I don't know. I really can't believe it right now. We're just, glad we can be here, and thank God for a safe race. And, just hard to think about it right now.
Jimmy, you got down early. You got mixed up. I noticed the back corner of the car took a hit in that accident up in turn number 4. And your crew, they never got down. They said he's coming back all the way.
Well, that's where, thank God for, NASCAR racing and my crew. You get down a lap, you still got to keep fighting, That's what we did, and we got our lap back, and we knew we had a fast car, so we're just trying to take our time. Allen was going to be tough, and it just, Lady Luck didn't go his way, and, went our way.
Finally.
It's a change.
How about that guy standing right over there, Bucky?
He does a hell of a job. George Jr. and George Sr. own the car. They're behind us. We've been here 14 years, and, really can't do well. And, we're always fast, but we can't finish. And, I just got to, thank Miller for making it 184 laps or 7 laps or whatever it was, because if it was 120, we wouldn't have won it.
Jimmy Horton, George Smith is right here. George, step in. Boy, it's about time, huh?
You can say that, and I thank all those fans for supporting us as long as they did.
I guess there's a few of them, huh?